Pleasant good evening to all. And shall we stand for prayer at this time? Let's bow our heads. Father, we thank you that we can be gathered in your house to enjoy what you enjoy. You enjoy beauty. At the end of each creation day, you looked at your work and you said it's good. And we believe that as you look and listen to what has been prepared, the effort, the sacrifice, the demand for excellence, we do believe that you will smile and say, good. So we thank you for the preparation, we thank you for the ambiance, we thank you for the beating hearts, we thank you for the anticipation. We ask that things would go according to plan and the execution would be beyond expectations. So bless the children, bless the voices of the older ones, the director, the musicians, and we in the audience, may we all be lifted as songs are sung and parts are played for your glory, for our good. We ask your blessings now in Jesus' name. Amen.
Greetings, good afternoon, good evening. Good evening. Thank you. I know we got some seats filled in here. As far as you can see, I am a figment of your imagination. I am not here. But while I'm here, I want to welcome you guys to this production by the Anguilla National Choir entitled The Confession. So you can think of this event as a merger between our usual recital in October mixed with our play, our theater. Our first theatric presentation would have been last year entitled God's Trombones. That was a very good showing. We thought we would do it again, this time with The Confession. Of course, collaborating with other community arts specialists, you know, music, theater. We didn't get to the dance this time, but that's coming to you. But we have dance representation here, so yeah. All right, so as usual, the rules are as follows. When the performance is going on, you stay quiet, you pay attention. In the second half, where there's the recital portion, after the performance, you'd clap, you know, so let's say, we'll march ever on, ooh, and we'll march ever on. All right, thank you, thank you. All right, second rule, phones are off or on silent, yes? We do not want any disturbances. And thirdly, sit back and enjoy the show. Thank you all for coming out.
the places where you belong, but you will find that there is a purpose. It's been there within you all along. And when you're near it, you can almost hear it. It's like a symphony. Just keep listening, and pretty soon you'll start to figure out your heart. Everyone plays a piece, and there are melodies. Each one of us, oh, is glorious. You will know how to let it ring out as you discover who you are. Others around you will start to wake up to the sounds that are in their hearts. It's so amazing, what we're all created. It's like a symphony. Just keep listening. Pretty soon you'll start to figure out your heart. Everyone plays a piece, and there are melodies. Each one of us.
Elizabeth sobers to see prisoner Michael Hodge.
Sorry I'm late. Got held up in court. Well, how are you, Michael? A stupid question, I know, but
Okay.
your mother sends her love. She really wants to come and see you, Michael. Well, let me get to the point. I have good news. As a matter of fact, I have great news.
What?
I've been speaking to a well-placed person, off the record, of course, quite unofficial, but at the same time,
What?
I've received assurances, firm assurances from a source on the Marcy Committee. They are willing to commute your death sentence to life
When are they
imprisonment
meeting?
this Wednesday. But Michael,
You think there's a chance of parole?
yes, an excellent chance. Once you behave yourself, don't get into conflict with the authorities every minute of the day, and most of all, don't try to escape prison again.
How many years do you think I'll have to do?
Oh, 10 to 15. But
15?
you're young. You'll be 40 by
40?
the time you... It's not that ancient. I was 40 just last week. Anyway, Michael, there's a condition attached.
A condition? Wow.
They will commute provided that you confess and express appropriate remorse publicly. I have prepared something very simple.
Confess? Confess? Confess what? I don't understand.
Confess to the crime with which you were charged, of which you were found guilty, and for which you were sentenced to be hanged by the neck. Is that clear enough?
Let me see if I understand this. They want me to say publicly that I killed Jack O'Harrigan and that I am sorry? No problem.
Not quite, Michael. There's no wriggle room here. You see, I tried because I know how you feel, but it was made crystal clear, and this comes from the big man himself. It is that you have to confess to the crime with which you were charged and express genuine remorse for having committed that crime. In other words, you have to confess to murdering Jack Harrigan.
But it's a joke. I spent my trial in 2 appeals arguing that I killed Harrigan in self-defense. If justice had me done, I would have gotten off scot-free. And now you and they want me to say that I'm guilty? Them gotta be joking.
If the Marcy Committee meets on Wednesday and they do not commute your sentence, you will hang next week. That is no joke.
But I don't understand. Why can't they just commute and done with that? If they want, I'd gladly say publicly I'm sorry for killing Harrigan. But why do I have to say I murdered him? Besides, at the trial, the prosecution offered me manslaughter.
Which you were a fool not to accept. You and that incompetent lawyer that allowed you to advise him. If you had accepted that plea deal, you would have gotten 5 to 10, been out in 6. You would have been walking the streets a free man now, or maybe not knowing you and how you always get in conflict with the authorities.
But it wasn't manslaughter. I killed Harrigan in self-defense. You know that.
Look, we've been through all that. I wasn't your lawyer back then, but the jury didn't buy your self-defense.
It's the truth, man.
The fact you shot him 5 times didn't help.
But it was his gun. He came to kill me. We fought.
I know, Michael. I know. I've read the transcript of your case. I know your story by heart. But you gave the police a confession. I know, but it doesn't matter. You've appealed this case right up to the CCJ, and you've lost every time. It's over, Michael. Don't you understand? It's over. As far as our legal system is concerned, you murdered Jack Harrigan.
But that is not what happened. It isn't the truth.
Truth? Ha! I've been practicing law for almost 20 years now, and I don't know what the truth is. I have clients that I don't know whether they are innocent or guilty, and quite frankly, I don't care. I just have to give them the best legal defense and let the jury worry about the truth. So as far as our justice system is concerned, the truth is you murdered Jack Harrigan.
But what I still don't understand is why? Why? Why must I confess to murder?
Michael, you know what things are like in this country. Violent crime on the rise, law and order breaking down, gunfights in broad daylight, bodies oozing blood on the streets, people panicking. No one has hanged in years.
But hanging need no deterrent?
You missed the point. The good citizens couldn't care less about a deterrent. They want blood, as simple as that. Your case and that of 2 others will go before the committee on Wednesday. Next week, they start the hangings. They will go on until our bloodlust is sated. And let me tell you something I learned in confidence. The other 2, they will not be granted mercy by the committee. They will swing for sure. You're first in line. But I managed to convince them that it was in everybody's best interest not to hang you.
How?
Because the man you killed was a good-for-nothing drug dealer. No public sympathy. On top of that, there's a mandatory death sentence for murder in this country. Now, the judge would have liked to give you life imprisonment, seeing that you declined their plea deal and other mitigating circumstances. But his hands were tied. The committee is aware of this. Also, you come from a good family. And last but not least, your daring escape from prison caught the imagination of the public. Add that all up, and it is politic not to hang you. But, and a very big but, it is that you've got to cooperate.
And justice, how is that solved?
They are offering you mercy, Michael, not justice. The law will be upheld by your confession, and mercy will be graciously granted in return. It's a neat little package that leaves everyone satisfied.
Satisfied? You think I'm satisfied?
Michael, you get your life and your freedom down the line.
They just want to humiliate me, crush me.
Don't flatter yourself, Michael. They couldn't care less about you. This is the politics of law and order. You are a mere cipher.
There must be another way. There must be.
Let's not go over all of that again. It's a waste of time. Let me explain the situation to you as clearly as I can. You have 2 options and 2 options only: to hang or to spend up to 15 years in prison with the strong possibility of parole. That's it. Nothing else. Your choice. Life or death.
But
no buts, Michael. There is no other way. This is your moment of truth.
truth? You want me to save my neck by telling a lie?
I'm asking you to save your own life. What is it with you? You are in a den with murderers and thieves. You live in a society where people steal, cheat, and lie every minute of every hour of every day. You killed a man. You are rooming next door to the scaffold. What is this sudden obsession with you and the truth?
I was raised to respect the truth. I was taught to respect the truth. I was told that truth was sacred. And if I spoke the truth, I would go to heaven. The truth shall set you free. Now it seems like only lies can set me free. And you all wonder why I hate this society. Everywhere I turn, I find scant respect for the truth.
Life is about compromise, Michael. It's not about always getting your own way. Instead of always challenging the system from the outside, why not walk within to change it?
Been there, done that. Won't work. Same result. I got the crap beat out of me.
I'm asking you. Your family and friends are asking you. Cooperate and live. You could really turn things around. Besides, prison isn't all that bad. I know it's not the 3-star hotel that people on the outside think it is, but you'll survive. Plus, there really is a good chance of early parole. But you've got to confess to the murder for God's sake.
Why don't you write the confession? Arrange for them to beat the crap out of me, and I'll sign it like the first one.
Man, Michael, you know how much time I spent trying to save your neck? You know all that I had to do to try to cut you this deal? And I'm doing it for nothing. God knows Carmen can't afford it. But you don't think about her or your brothers, sister.
That is not true.
When your father died, you were supposed to be a role model to them, not to those young ruffians.
Shut up!
You're breaking your mother's heart.
Leave her out of this.
Do you know what it is like to hang? If they make the drop too long, your head is ripped off of your body. But that's messy, so they try to avoid that. But if they make it too short, you strangle slowly to death for 15 or more minutes while you twist slowly with your tongue sticking out and your eyes popping out of your head. And we're out of practice in this country, so anything could happen. I suggest you think carefully about your decision. The committee will meet on Wednesday. I'll need to have your final decision by noon tomorrow. I'll ask Father Roach to come and speak with you. Think about this carefully. Michael, we all really would like to help you. We really do. We are not the enemy here. Guard,
Father Edward Roach to see prisoner Michael Hodge.
Hello, Michael.
Hello, Father.
You know, seeing you at that desk reminded me of when you were a little boy in catechism class. You know, you were a bright student, but not when it came to the principles of your faith. Wow. Seems like only yesterday. Michael, how old are you?
26.
26? Oh, my Lord. Michael, if anybody had told me 10 years ago that I'd be talking to you on death row now, I wouldn't really believe them, you know. You were a bright student. I mean, a little rebellious after your father died. But you are a born leader. People expected you to go off and do great things. I mean, you were president of the guild in your first year of university. And then now you got arrested for assaulting a police officer, more brushes with the law for demonstrating, and now here we are. Michael, why?
Why? Because I took seriously what you preached, Father. I was naive.
Oh, come on, Michael.
I really believed you could live according to the principles of Christianity. Little did I know I was only expected to pay lip service to the truth.
Okay, let's not get so self-righteous, Michael. Besides, did you have to be so confrontational?
From what I remember, your Savior was a fairly confrontational guy himself.
Well.
Look, I was just trying to help the young people find themselves, building their communities and strengthening relationships. Fortunately enough, that isn't the way it turned out. The police thought I was dealing drugs. The drug dealers thought I was invading their turfs. The politicians thought I was messing with their grassroots. And the middle class thought I was a traitor to my class. I got it coming left, right, and center. You know, it's payback time. Hang the bastard.
I spoke to Miss Elizabeth last night. You know, she's really worked on your behalf. Why don't you do what she says? It's the best thing for everybody.
Are you asking me to lie?
Is it a lie? I mean, even so, a lie is the lesser of two evils.
You are always a good Jesuit.
Michael, I'm asking you to live. Life gives you a chance to repent and make amends. Your crime and imprisonment have occasioned great suffering for your family, especially your mother. Think about what she has to go through. Your death will add immeasurably to that pain. Just do what Elizabeth asks you to do, please.
You haven't answered my question, Father. Are you asking me to lie to save my neck?
And you're not listening to me. I'm asking you to live so that you can be reconciled with God and your mother. Did you not kill that man?
I killed him, but I did not murder him. The mercy committee is asking me not only to say I murdered Harrigan, but that everything I said at the trial and everything I said since have been a tissue of lies. I don't see how I could do that.
But aren't you sorry for killing him?
Yes, but that's not the point. I'm sorry for what I did in more ways than I can imagine. I'd be glad to express remorse.
Well, then surely we can devise a formula of words that will satisfy the committee.
Been there, done that. Won't work. They want to hear me admit I murdered him, and that isn't true. They want justice done. I want mercy granted. And as Miss Gums puts it so eloquently, mercy begins where justice ends.
Well then, there's nothing left to do but to confess.
Tell a lie?
I mean, if it serves a higher good, then yes.
A higher good?
Yes, Michael. You have the opportunity to put things right, to change your life, to start anew.
On the basis of a lie?
Michael, you see, if you were a good student in catechism class, you'd remember that the father of our church, St. Peter, told 3 lies before the cock crowed twice.
But he didn't set out beforehand to tell those lies. He was just scared crapless.
And so should you be, Michael. Tell me, why does this particular lie stick down your throat?
It's not just this lie. It's all those that flow from it. I spent most of my life condemning our society for its lies and hypocrisy. Now you want me to express that everything I have said for the past 4 years was a lie? Who will trust me? Father, can't you see? They want to show me up as a sniveling liar. Not for killing Jack O'Harrigan. They don't care about him. But for challenging them and their way of life. They see me as a threat to society. And there are 2 ways they can deal with me. Hang me, or cut my balls off. Neither option appeals to me.
Why must you reduce everything to a fight between you and society? Aren't you tired of butting up your head against a brick wall? And where has it gotten you? You brought a lot of this on yourself, Michael.
But they didn't murder anyone.
Michael, forget it. It's over. Forget the past. You have a future.
Future? What future?
Man, your whole life lies before you. Man, you're not even 30 yet. Michael, live. Michael, just live. I'm sure that, Michael, you know you have a chance to just put things in motion. Michael, I'm sure that everyone will understand that some measure of equivocation
Some
was
measure
necessary.
of equivocation. I love that. Fancy old words for a big, fat, stinking lie. Just sweets and liars must go to the same school.
Okay, Michael. Like, seriously, you tripping for real. Big time. Like, you're infuriating. Now I know why the police beat the living daylights out of you. You must have goaded them beyond endurance. Michael, when last have you even been to confession?
You mean when last I been to church?
Oh, Lord.
A long time ago.
Michael, I think you need to start examining your conscience.
You think I didn't do that? You think in the 4 years I spent in the shadow of these gallows, I haven't looked inside myself? Father, there's nowhere else to look.
Michael, I'm sorry. I know that what you're going through must be tough. It must be horrible, actually. But if you unburden yourself, make a confession, and you make a clean break with the past, then the confession of murder might not be so
You want to
hard
see me
make.
humiliated too?
Oh, yeah, Lord.
You want to broadcast to the world that I have seen the light, that I have found Jesus right here in prison and am born again, that I renounce everything I believe in, that I am truly grateful to the citizens of this country for having led me to the truth, make a mockery of the truth and your religion as long as I save my neck?
Michael!
Father, do you know that you're going to die?
Well, yes, Michael, of course we all have to die at some point.
No, I don't mean that. I mean really know it. Feel it deep in your bones. Live it.
No, Michael. It must be quite terrifying. I doubt I would have the courage to face it. Michael, I never doubted your bravery, just your wisdom.
It's frightening. You have no idea how frightening. I've seen big men reduced to whimpering wretches, not a shred of human dignity left. I am not brave, Father. I am afraid of dying, but I don't see any way out.
Confess, Michael, confess!
You mean lie?
Yes! Just lie for crying out loud! Just lie! You don't think I've ever lied before? No, I deliberately lied! When people come to you without hope, clinging to you in utter despair like a drowning man to a straw, what am I going to tell them? The truth! And try them to take their own lives? Well, I don't, Michael. I don't tell them the truth. I lie through the skin of my teeth. I lie so they may take comfort, so they may see some faint beacon of hope in the midst of their pain and find some solace in their wretched and useless lives. I lie, Michael, knowing it is a sin. I lie knowing it's wrong. I lie. Y'all think being a priest is easy? Michael, I'm sorry. But if not for your own sake, confess for your mother's sake. Michael, you're killing Carmen. You're tearing her apart as if you've plunged a knife into her own heart.
Ma doesn't understand.
She loves you. You don't have any idea of how much she loves you.
She thinks I've betrayed her, disgraced her.
No, Michael, you've got it all wrong. She has never judged you despite everything that you've done. Michael, whatever happens, I beg you to see her. Do you not know what it means to be her own firstborn? Just go and see the lady, please.
You really think she wants to see me?
Michael, does she watch? She's your mother.
It's been 5 years since we spoke. And the last time we talked, we quarreled.
And that is entirely your fault. Carmen has tried, only God knows how many times, to see you and to speak to you.
Father, you don't understand. It's best we don't see each other.
Well, Michael, you have an hour left before you let Elizabeth know your decision. Michael, think about what you're going to do. Try and put it into perspective of your whole life. Carmen is a strong woman, an incredibly strong woman, but she's taken this really hard. Whatever happens, and whatever you decide, I beg you to see her.
Goodbye, Father.
Mercy Committee of the Privy Council of Anguilla at its meeting on the 17th day of March 2014 advised that the prerogative of mercy in the case of Michael Hodge should not be exercised. Now, therefore, I do in His Majesty's name authorize and command that Michael Hodge suffer death by hanging on the 3rd day of March 2025 between the hours of 8 p.m. and midnight at the place of execution within His Majesty's prison.
Sometimes I feel like a mother
Mistress Carmen Hodge to see prisoner Michael Hodge.
Michael? Michael.
Ma!
Elizabeth asked me to come.
Sit down, Ma.
I sent the children to St. Martin with their aunt for a week. Johnny, he sent you this. Go ahead, read it. Oh, I also brought you some tart. You still like tart? Did you get your did they give you something to eat?
I didn't want anything. I had some bush tea.
Gran sends her love too, but I don't think she really understands what's going on. Her mind is going, and she keeps asking me if you've come home from school as yet. Elizabeth has been very helpful. I don't know what I would have done without her. I keep getting a lot of calls and letters, and for the most part, they've been very kind. Oh, I also brought you some cocoa with some cinnamon in it, if you still like cocoa. The garden is doing well. Dennis is very proud of his tomatoes. Somebody told him that if you get a saucer and you put it in the garden and you put some beer inside, that all of the slugs would crawl in and drown. I hope he's not drinking that beer. A new family moved in next door. They have a son. He's the same age as Johnny, so in the mornings they take him to school, and in the evenings I pick them up. Johnny is doing real well. He's a bright boy, like you. Next year he'll be doing Tester Standards. He's a bright boy, but lazy, like you. I think he's gonna get, I think he'll get into, Oh God, Michael, why? Why? Why?
Why what?
Why did you keep me away? Why didn't you let me come and see you? Why didn't you accept Elizabeth's offer? Why did it have to all come to this?
Ma, don't get upset.
Upset? You think I'm upset, Michael?
Ma.
For God's sakes, Michael, why couldn't you accept Elizabeth's offer?
Ma.
Even if you had spent the rest of your life in jail, you would be alive.
They wanted me to confess to murder. That was not the truth.
The truth? But since when have you cared about the truth?
Look, Ma, please, let's...
Why, Michael?
Jesus Christ!
Don't swear. Don't swear.
You think I'm guilty too?
Guilty of what, Michael? Of ruining your life? Of disgracing your family?
Christ almighty, woman!
Who you calling woman? You think you're too old to get a slap across your face, boy?
Listen to me. For once in your life, listen to me.
If you hadn't listened to me, you would not be in here.
What's the use? There's no point in you talking to me. Why don't you just go and let me die in peace?
Oh God, Michael. Why, Michael? Why did you choose this? I don't understand it. None of us understands it. It makes no sense.
Because it's all I have left, the truth.
The truth? I'm sick of that word.
understand what it means. I can't explain it to the children. I can't explain it to myself. In a few minutes, Michael, you'll be gone. And I don't understand anything. I have to know, Michael, why am I losing a son?
I tried. I tried to do the things that I thought was right. Maybe I went about it in the wrong way. I mean, I made a big mistake killing Harrigan. Big mistake. But I was vexed because he was messing up what I had going on with the youth. Then he came and he threatened me with his gun. I just totally lost it.
You got that temper from your father.
I was a fool not to accept the manslaughter plea.
But why couldn't you accept the offer from Elizabeth?
I nearly did. Once I saw Father Roach, I thought about it, and I was tempted. For the first time in 6 years, I prayed. But I just couldn't bring myself. You taught me about the importance of truth and respecting yourself.
Are you blaming me, Michael?
No, Ma, everything.
So, where did I go wrong?
You didn't. Everything good that I am is because of you.
But that's not what they're saying, Michael. I tried not to listen to those radio programs. But on the Person Rugby show the other day, they are saying that it was my fault. They are saying that I should be the one in here. They're saying that I didn't teach you values.
Ma.
Michael, I have taught children most of my life. What do they think that I teach them? Grammar? Maths? Social studies? Children forget all of that. The only thing that I could teach them is values.
Ma.
I tried so hard, Michael. When your father died, I knew he wanted so much for you. And I tried.
Ma.
You know, he wanted you to be an engineer, or a surveyor like him, not a doctor.
Ma.
And you were so good at math. I tried.
Ma, you're a good mother. You had 4 children that you raised. I was the only one that went wrong. But it wasn't your fault. Don't listen to what them fools saying.
But why you, Michael? Why you?
I don't know. I got Dad's temper, his stubbornness. And from you, I got the idea that I should stand up for your principles. I remember the time you led that ATU strike. Because you were fed up with, what was going on at the school. And you lost all chance of becoming the head teacher. I was real proud of you. Real proud.
But Michael, why? Why did you choose this? I don't understand it.
Ma, I didn't do it. I didn't think you wanted to see me.
Michael, you don't believe this. You don't believe that. I tried.
I did then.
I tried to see you. I tried getting in touch. I tried calling. I sent messages.
Ma, I'm sorry. I tried. I'm sorry for everything.
Michael, maybe it's not too late. Maybe Elizabeth, she has a petition with hundreds of signatures. And Father Roach, he has a procession outside the gates, a candlelit procession. Maybe, Michael, maybe if they knew that you were sorry, if they heard you say you were sorry, maybe they would change things. There's still hope, Michael. There's still hope. It could happen. No, Michael.
It's over, Ma. It's over. It's over. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Do you remember when your father died?
Yes.
Do you remember what you said to me?
I was 12.
Yes, but do you remember
I said, I said I'll be there for you.
Did you say it just because he asked you to?
No.
Your father was a good man. Thank God he's not here.
I want you to have this. It's all here. My life, my confession. Give Johnny a special hug for me. Please forgive me. I love you. Ma, remember when I was little and afraid of the dark and couldn't sleep? You used to sing me a hymn. You remember?
As the deer panted for the waters of my soul, longeth after thee. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship you. Lord, my God! Lord,
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the confession. Something for us to all think about. What would you have done had you been Michael? Tell the truth or tell a lie? So I will now introduce the cast to you. Playing the role of the prison guard in uniform, Mr. Alistair Richardson. Come closer to the front, please. Playing the role of the lawyer, Elizabeth Hodge, Mrs. Dana Connor.
Truth? Ha! I've been practicing law for almost 20 years now, and I don't know what the truth is.
Playing the role of Father Edward Ford, Mr. Matthew Simon.
Just lie! Just lie for crying out loud! Just lie!
Playing the role of Michael's mom, Carmen Hodge, Juanita Crawford.
I'm sick of that word. I don't know what it means.
That word being truth. And I'm especially proud of Karani. Anybody in production knows just about everything that could possibly go wrong, goes wrong. Karani got this role 3 weeks ago because everything that could have possibly went wrong, went wrong. I'm especially proud of him, so can we please stand for Karani? Because I thought he did such an excellent job, especially having it for 3 weeks. So here we had prisoner Michael Hodge, Karani Vanterpool, who stuck to the truth.
I really thought I could live according to the principles of Christianity. Little did I know, I was only expected to pay lip service to the faith.
Thank you. Thank you. So that is the end of the first part of our show. The stage crew will clear the stage for us. Our musicians will provide a little entertainment while that is happening. And we'll move into part 2 of our show as soon as that is finished. So just please do listen to some excellent music in the meantime. Do you know the corner light? Do you know the corner light? Over there. Do you know the corner light? I'm not getting it off. The light from Jahi. Do you know what to put it on? You not hearing anything? Are you ready? You ready? You should be the thing. Yes. Yeah. Great. Everything. Okay, so our stage has been cleared. Thank you. We all enjoying it? So do you all want the song to finish and then I start stage 2? Okay, Dre? Thank you. Part 2 of our show. The first piece you're going to hear this evening is Rachmaninoff's Prelude in C-sharp minor. Sharing the stage with me will be my beautiful cousin, Miss Amber Woodley. Amber, please stand so they can see you. There we go, Miss Woodley. So what we're going to do is alternate. I'll announce one and she the other. So I start with the classical stuff. So Rachmaninoff's music for the piano is deeply personal and expressive. He wrote many of his pieces as a way of processing his own emotions and life experiences, which is reflected in the music itself. His pieces are full of passion, longing, and a sense of yearning. This particular piece was written in 1892, and it is at the grade 9 level. In other words, it's pretty difficult. The prelude is arranged in 3 main parts and a coda. The piece opens with a 3-note motif at fortissimo, which means very loud. This introduces the C-sharp minor tonality that dominates the piece. The cadential motif repeats throughout. In the 3rd bar, the volume changes to pianissimo for the exposition of the theme. We can liken this part of the piece to Michael's life. We killed Jack Harrigan while trying to save the youth in his community from the gang life. The second part of the piece is propulsive and marked agitato, which means agitated. This is where we can imagine that Michael was wrestling with a decision: tell a lie and live, or tell the truth and die. The piece closes with a brief 7-bar coda which ends quietly. This is obviously where Michael has accepted his fate as he decided to tell the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Father Edward Roach, Mr. Matthew Simon to the piano as he plays Rachmaninoff's Prelude in C-sharp minor, taking us through Michael's last few days on earth.
I want to thank Mr. Simon for such a riveting performance. Let's hear it for Mr. Simon again. Cécile Chaminade, Concertino for Flute and Piano. Cécile Chaminade was born in 1857 and died in 1944. She was a French composer, and this piece in particular was composed in 1902. The legend is that Chaminade wrote the piece to punish her flute-playing lover after he left her for someone else. She intentionally made it difficult so that her ex-lover would mess up while performing it and embarrass himself. But alas, he performed it so well that the audience loved it. Performing for us this evening on flute is Miss Sharianne Francis, who will also ensure that we love this piece. Accompanying Miss Francis is Mr. Devani Richardson on piano.
piece was played just as beautiful as Sherry Ann looked. The ANC girls know how to look beautiful. Wonder where they got that from. Our next piece is the Lord's Prayer, and that will be played for us on piano by Mr. Devon Richardson. They gave us a fancy light up here, which neither Amber nor I have figured out how to turn on. So Jahim, we need your help, please. We all, the young people, will know how to do it. Matthew and Luke wrote this prayer in Greek as a guide to assist us in praying. It is a prayer that encourages Christians to cling to God's will, to seek help in avoiding temptation, and to ask for protection against Satan. We can see how all four members of the cast, even the lawyer and the priest at some point in their lives, saying this prayer as they wrestled with overwhelming decisions. On piano, Mr. Devon Richardson, the Lord's Prayer.
Another beautiful rendition by Devani. Thank you. My soul cries out, This is a soulful ballad that reflects on regret, redemption, and the resilience of the human spirit. This song carries an emotional depth that resonates with listeners and offers a glimpse into one's introspective thoughts about life and its choices. The song speaks about pain, agony, and grief. Our choices sometimes dim our light. This song mirrors Matthew Hodges' life. Please help me welcome to the stage Miss Bonnie Ruan, singing My Soul Cries Out.
Whispers linger, they call through the night. Echoes of choices that dimmed my light. Lost in shadows, my mind's a maze. Running from silence through endless haze. A weight on my chest, it pulls me below. A storm in my soul, when no storm will show. I built these walls, but they're crumbling thin. A quiet scream buried deep within. My soul cries out like wings bound in pain, yearning for freedom to feel whole again. Oh, Savior, hold me, I'm ready to fight. Bring your calm to my chaos, your peace to my night. Ooh, the mirror reflects a face I don't know, a world full of noise where I can't let go. I'm chasing love that never remains in a fleeting world of heartbreak and chains. The silence is heavy, but I feel you near. A whisper of grace dissolves my fear. I wandered so far, yet you hold me still. Through fire and ashes, you bend my will. My soul, faith in pain, yearning for freedom to feel whole again. Oh, Savior, hold me, I'm breaking inside. Bring your calm to my chaos, peace to my night. If I fall, will you catch me? If I cry, will you stay? The stillness, you're calling my fears away. Take this heart, make it whole. Take this pain, let it cease. In your arms forever, I'll find my peace. My soul cries out like a child seeking home, yearning for freedom to feel home again. Oh, Savior, hold me, I'm ready to fight. Bring your calm to my chaos, your peace to my night. My soul cries out like a child seeking home, yearning for shelter when I'm not alone. Oh, Savior, hold me, I'm ready to fight. Bring your calm to my chaos, your light to my dark.
Didn't we say that the girls at the ANC clean up really nicely? Another example. Thank you, Bonnie. God only knows. Joel Smallbone, the lead singer in this song, points out how we can get caught up in making assumptions about people based on the briefest of interactions. This song is really a question mark of, well, first of all, do we really understand each other fully? Our histories, our family heritage, the struggle. Can you imagine if someone had met Carmen Hodge for the briefest of time? The conclusions one would have made about her without knowing her story. And the same is true for all of us, as we too at times have our own personal struggles, our shame, and our prejudices. The song ends by saying, the truth is, God is the only one who knows the journey each of us is on, and that He alone knows our heart. Ladies and gentlemen, singing God Only Knows, which is Denise Richardson.
Wide awake while the world is sound asleep, too afraid of what might show up while you're dreaming. Nobody sees you. Nobody will believe you. Every day you try to pick up all the pieces, all the memories, they somehow never leave you. Nobody sees you. Nobody will believe you. But God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows the real you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. There's a kind of love that, there's a kind of love. You keep a cover over every single secret, so afraid if someone saw them they would leave. Somebody sees you. Somebody will never leave you. But God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows the real you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. There's a kind of love that, there's a kind of love. There's a kind of love that, there's a kind of love. For the lonely, for the ashamed, the misunderstood and the ones to blame. What if we could start over? We could start over. We could start over. For the lonely, for the ashamed, the misunderstood and the ones to blame. What if we could start over? We could start over. We could start over. There's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows the real you. There's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows the real you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows.
I thoroughly enjoyed that performance. Let's hear it again for Denise. Can't Give Up Now. This very popular song by Mary Mary needs no introduction. Let us welcome Miss Brianna Webster as she reminds us that we can't give up now or ever. Miss Bree.
There will be mountains that I would have to climb, and there will be battles that I would have to fight. But victory or defeat, it's up to me to decide. But how can I expect to win if I never try? 'Cause I can't give up now. I've come too far from where I've started from. And nobody told me that the road would be easy, and I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me. Never said there wouldn't be trials, never said I wouldn't fall, never said that everything would go the way I wanted to go. But when my back is against the wall and I feel all hope is gone, I'll just lift my head up to the sky and say, help me to be strong. Oh, I can't give up now. I've come too far from where I've started from. And nobody told me that the road would be easy, and I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me. Lord, you didn't bring me out here to leave me lonely, but even when I can't see clearly, I know that you are with me, so I just can't give up now. I've come too far from where
asking for an encore, Bree. Maybe if there's time after. Thank you, Ms. Bree. Thank you, Elliot. Thank you, ANC. Our next item, My Way, another popular song that needs no introduction. Because we all know the words, there's no need to go into detail as to why and how this fits the theme of the play. Ladies and gentlemen, let us listen to Mr. Ethan Connor, my cousin, so he'll forgive me, as he sings the song made so popular by Frank Sinatra, My Way. Let's welcome him, please.
And so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do. I saw it through without exemption. I've lived a charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Oh, there were times, I'm sure he knew, when I beat off more than I can chew. But through it all, when there was doubts, I get it up and spit it out. The records show I took the blow and did it my I've laughed and cried. I had my fill, my share of losing. To think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. To think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got, if not himself? Then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of someone real. The records show I took the blow and did it my
I don't have words. It looks like we're going to have an encore performance next weekend. Quite captivating. Thank you, Ethan. Very, very good. Our next piece, The Impossible Dream. The idealistic Quixote views Aldonza as his lady, calling her Dulcinea. He sings to her about his quest in a mesmerizing melody that begins quietly and gradually builds to a stupendous climax. The song reveals Quixote's longing to right all wrongs, however difficult the odds are against him, striving through the toughest challenges. Sounds familiar? Yes. Our main character, so ably played by Karani, is of similar mindset. The song also aims to instill that society should support women, that women should be lifted up and not belittled. Take, for instance, Carmen Hodge, as played by Juanita. The public shaming was quite evident by some members of the community, while there were others who would have upheld her in prayer, like Father Roach. And Elizabeth Gumbs, the lawyer, though a woman herself, decided to take her son's case pro bono. Finally, the song teaches us that all humans have great potential and the ability to achieve dreams no matter the size. The song embodies empowering the gifts of all people to reach what makes their lives worthwhile. Miss Danielle Gumbs, we welcome her to the stage in The Impossible Dream.
To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, and to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, and to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell. one man, scorned and covered with scars, still strong with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable, the unreachable, the unreachable star.
Thank you, Daniel. Now, by all that applause, I know you're going to put some more money as you're leaving. We do have quite a few bills to pay, so please feel free. Thank you, Daniel. Bridge Over Troubled Water. Again, another popular song that needs no real introduction. We will, however, examine two lines in the song. The first, like a bridge over troubled water, a metaphor for someone living through a trying time in their life. In our play, Michael and his mom, Carmen. The second line, I will lay me down. This line references the sacrifices and perseverance as they find their way through difficulty. The song reminds us of strength and that a helping hand is given in times of need and sorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and let us welcome Mr. Chiron Hughes James, Bridge Over Troubled Water.
When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. When you're down and out, when you were on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you, and I'll take your part. Oh, when darkness comes and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Sail on silver boy. Oh, you can sail on by, 'cause your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on the way home. See how they shine. If you need a friend, if you need a friend, I'm sailing right behind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. I will lay me down.
Another moving performance. Thank you, Mrs. James. A change is gonna come. This song was inspired by various events in Cook's life, most prominently when he and his entourage were turned away from an all-white motel in Louisiana. Cook felt compelled to write a song that spoke to his struggle and those around him, and that pertained to the civil rights movement and that of African Americans. A musical companion to Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech, the song is infused with defiance and courage. Again, this song reminds us of Michael Gomes, as his life was one of defiance and courage. A slight shift from the vocal solos, we now have on saxophone Mr. Casey Richardson playing Sam Cooke's A Change Is Gonna Come.
before I get in trouble, Casey, thank you so very much. And they're going to pay some more money again. I'm feeling it coming. But before I forget, and this was Mr. Thompson's job, but we have to acknowledge our sponsors, Anguilla Community Foundation, Department of Youth and Culture, and the Honorable Mr. Hayden Hughes. Please give them a round of applause. Our final selection in this section I haven't introduced yours yet. Must I continue? I believe. Mr. Daniel, I have the mic, please. Thank you, sir. Thank you. May I? Quietly see what I told you about him? That's the other side. May I? I have to introduce her, Jordan. Yes, please. May I? She wants me to introduce her. Thank you, sir. I have to introduce him as well. I'm just going to say one line. Yes. Okay. Shh, shh, shh. Shh. I believe. Our final song in this section is a solo by Miss Kyria Hughes. Like all songs that have gone on to become more than just hit records, it is a deceptively simple song with each line going upon the previous ones. The song is just one big crescendo, gradually getting louder. No waves, no verses, no choruses. Just a list of everyday miracles that make all of us believe and seal our faith in God. Ladies and gentlemen, singing Phil Wickham's I Believe, Miss Kyria Hughes.
I believe for every drop of rain that falls, a flower grows. I believe that somewhere in the darkest night, a candle glows. I believe for everyone who goes astray, someone will come to show the way. I believe, I believe, I believe that somewhere above the stars, a heartbeat heard. I believe that someone in the great somewhere hears every word. Every time I hear a newborn baby cries or touch a leaf, I see the sky, then I know why. I believe. Every time I hear a newborn baby cry or touch a leaf, I see the sky, then I know I believe.
I just received a message. Mother, it's too soon to end. Is it possible to have the choir and congregation sing a common song with some emojis? Some more emojis. So, yes, that's from my son. Now is marked words of appreciation. I'm not going to say too much except to say a big thank you to all. We're not going to, you've heard me enough. My musicians especially, thank you. I want to particularly single out Mr. Thompson. He's no good. We can sing that song in common. I kept asking him if he's coming, and he kept telling me 10%. 10% chance he's coming. My mother told me he was coming. I did not believe my mother. I believed him. Friday, I'm at home asleep. He calls me local call, because we speak all day and every day. Local call. I'm scared because I'm thinking something happened because his usual WhatsApp call. Guess what's up? Open your door. Which door? Your door in the back. Why? Open your door, Mr. Thompson. So, and as we can see, he fitted in really well. He came and he immersed himself fully because he realized I wasn't doing so good. He immersed himself fully, and thank you so very much, Jason. I'm only allowed to say one line. This is my really, this is my really, this is my real, this is my really, really, really good friend. We call him Dre in Barbados. Dre, but he's Marc Andre Daniel. I won't say anything else. And his wife, Juliana. Juliana, please stand so that we can see you. Okay, in 2020, Joy and I lost a really close friend whom we still miss daily. Right, those of you, don't do that. Those of you who are close to me would have heard the name, those of you who are close to me would have heard the name Derry Atkins. Fix it back. Oh. Thank you. Why she want to come and help here? Why she got to come and help?
Okay, I'll hold it.
Right. So, Dre is now going to do a tribute to Derry. You want to tell him about it?
Not really. Not really.
Tell him what it's called at least.
So my friend Derry, our friend, very, very, you want to hold this up so that I can, yeah, our friend Derry, he was very instrumental in my life. I probably would not be a quarter of the musician that I am today if it were not for Derry. When I was about, I'm a late starter, but I started music maybe, seriously when I was about 18, 19. And he saw me, and I was playing a small gig, and he just said, "Give me your number." And I said, "Why?" Because he was a weird-looking guy. He was. He had a pouch. He always used to wear a pouch in front of him, right? And so I'm not going to say too much. But the next day, my phone rang, and he said, "Get up. you're going to do 15 minutes of Ishna, and I'm going to call you back. And I was like, who's this guy? Sure enough, though, because he had given me the book before, so I struggled through it. The phone rang again. He said, good. Now you can do a half hour of C major, D major, and E major, and I can call you back. And he did. And that relationship lasted for years from that first day. He became the reason that I became a teacher. He became the reason that I share music with other persons. And long story short, it's because of him, I think, that we met. So as a result of that, I'm going to play a small song for him because, well, he didn't believe in 2 and 4. He would say, you know, don't play things in 2 and 4. So we're going to play a song, Misty, today, but we're going to do it in Calypso. If I could get it done in Tuk, I would, but I can't because he would tell me to do it in Tuk, but it's not going to happen. So we're going to do it. Don't worry about it. So we're going to do a small Calypso jazz arrangement of the song Misty. Is that okay?
Thank you, Jordan. Lovely. Thank you, Dre. And I'm sure Derry, Forsyth, it was what? What was the first name? Roderick? George? Derek? No, Forsyth. Roderick Forsyth Atkins, right. But we only knew it was Derry. We only found out his correct name many years after we would have met him. So our final song, you get to go home now, believe it or not. But if you want Jordan to play some more, you can ask him to after the final song. He doesn't ever stop playing the piano. Our final song is When You Believe. This will be done by both choirs. This is a ballad with meaningful and inspirational lyrics describing the ability each person has to achieve miracles when they reach out to God and believe. As I said before, it'll be done by both choirs, and the children's choir will be singing in Hebrew. And their Hebrew lyrics mean, I will sing to the Lord, for he has triumphed gloriously. Who is like you, O Lord, among the celestial? Who is like you, majestic in holiness? In your love, you lead the people you redeemed. I will sing.
Many nights we've prayed with no proof anyone could hear in our hearts. I'm sorry. Many nights we've prayed with no proof anyone could hear in our hearts a hopeful song we've barely understood. Now we are not afraid, although we know there's much to fear. We were moving mountains long before we knew we could.
In these times of fear, when prayer so often proves in vain, hope seemed like the summer birds too swiftly flown away.
Dredan has promised that he's going to come next year to work with us. So let's hear it for Dredan. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for coming to yet another event. My mother thinks I need to take a break. I'm thinking I should listen to my mother this time, but we'll see. So thank you. Dredan, you want to, well, we have to leave. No, you have to give us something to dance out to. To dance out to? We have it. It's done. Now, by the way, he just play. He gonna drum. Thank you, Dredan. So please dance with us as we're dancing out. Okay, Daniel, we start with you. Yeah, get to the room here. Go to the...